Hey guys, what's going on? This is Josh with Honey Badger F1 Stay at Home Edition. As you can see, I'm staying safe at my new apartment in Nashville, Tennessee. I hope you're safe wherever you are in the world. So we're definitely living through unprecedented times. We're seeing a lot of the professional Formula One drivers like Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, even Charles Leclerc has a Twitch page now. And we're seeing all these drivers take to online racing. So this is a great time to get into sim racing if you're new to the sport, and if you're a veteran, perfect time to continue racing. So in one of my previous reviews, I reviewed the Fanatec DD1 Wheelbase, and I want to thank the over 20,000 viewers who supported that review. I was blown away by the support. If you like this review, definitely hit like, definitely hit subscribe, because that will help me review more products for you. In today's review, I'm going to be taking a deep dive into the RSeat S1 sim rig. And for those of you who are new to the sport and really don't know what a sim rig is, it's the structure that supports the wheelbase, steering wheel, pedals, and seat. And the two purposes are, number one, to hold the driver in a very comfortable ergonomic position, and number two, to hold the peripherals like the wheel, the pedals, and the seat in one position with really no flex or movement. Because you want to make sure that when you're driving, you don't want to have to worry that your pedals are going to move or your steering wheel is going to move. So those are the two purposes. So is the RSeat S1 the best sim rig that you can buy at that around $1,000 price point? You're going to have to tune in and find out. So let's start off by talking about the specs of the RSeat S1 Racing Sim Rig. So first off, let's talk about the price. I have the black leather silver edition, and it retails for $949 US. You can actually get a version where the seat is made out of Alcantara. For those of you who don't know, Alcantara is a synthetic suede-like material which they use to make racing car seats out of. Personally, I think it's actually really nice material, but is it worth spending $1,249 US? I leave that entirely up to you. For me, I was too cheap, so I was okay going with the leather version. So what does your $949 US get you? It gets you a very sturdy, over 100-pound structure made out of laser cut steel. You get essentially the racing seat. You get a platform that supports the wheel deck, the pedal deck, and you have really everything but the peripherals. It's important to note that this sim rig is very adjustable. So you can adjust the seat forwards and backwards. You can actually adjust it vertically. There's actually very small adjustments that you can make to move it down or up. You can actually move the pedal deck at a different angle, and you can actually move the steering wheel deck at different angles and forwards and backwards. So I was able to dial everything in, incredibly well. On the website, they say that this rig can support users from 127 centimeters in height, which is very short, 4 feet and 2 inches. I very much apologize if that's how tall you are. I don't want to offend anybody. It can support people up to 6 feet and 6 inches, or 200 centimeters. For reference, 6'1". The seat can carry weight up to 308 pounds or 140 kilograms. For reference, I weigh about 158 pounds, so I have a lot of room to grow. The seating position is Rally GT, which basically means an upright seating position. I actually initially ordered RSeat's Formula style racing rig, and I personally felt the ergonomics weren't very comfortable, so I found that my neck hurt some of the time. Other people love that rig, so I would just make sure that before you order anything that you have a chance to really think about kind of what seating position you want to be in. When in doubt, I would advise you to go with this upright seating position. Just so you know, the desk that I have supporting the monitor, this is not an RSeat product. I like to call this my Franken desk. I actually hooked up an Ergotron arm to my Alienware monitor, and it's able to support the monitor very well. And I actually have a space for my microphone. At some point, I'll probably buy a dedicated monitor mount, but just so you know, this is definitely not an RSeat product that's supporting the monitor. Otherwise, it comes with a 3-year warranty, which is really nice. So starting off, a lot of very good things about this product. So we're going to take this rig through the paces, and I'm going to show you what I like and what I don't like. So I've had the RSeat S1 sim rig for a little over a year now, and there's a lot to like about this sim rig. First off, aesthetically, it looks great and it's made from high quality materials. Second, the racing seat is very comfortable. I'm able to adjust this rig to get into a perfect driving position, and I'm able to go for long periods of time with no neck or back issues. As you can see here, I'm racing in iRacing, but I've really used it with any kind of racing software that you can think of, no issues across the board. Also, in terms of the pedal deck, I feel like the pedals are very secure. Where I am having major issues, however, is in the wheel deck. Now, I'm using a Fanatec DD1 Wheelbase, or DD1, and the DD1 generates a lot of torque. And there are attachment points on the bottom of the DD1 and on its sides, and Fanatec actually recommends that you attach your rig to the sides of the DD1. However, the RSeat S1 only has attachment points on the bottom. And what I'm finding is no matter how much I tighten the bolts, I'm seeing shaking of the wheel and wheelbase during racing, and there's really nothing that I can do about it. And I'm going to show that in detail next. So I'm playing iRacing with a force feedback only set to 70 out of 100, and as you can see, while I'm driving, the Fanatec DD1 wheelbase is periodically shaking up and down. Now I don't want to create the impression that this happens all the time, but it happens enough to be quite annoying. And it seems that just mounting the DD1 on the bottom brackets does not support it, so really you need side mounts for this device. And as much as it pains me to do it, this is what it looks like to crash in iRacing. I've hit the wall, and as you can see, the Fanatec DD1 wheelbase is shaking all over the place, as well as the wheel deck and central tubing that are supposed to support it. So overall, there really is a lot to like about the RSeat S1 Racing Sim rig. It's made out of very high quality materials, from the laser cut steel to the leather racing seat. It's very comfortable, so you can really dial it in and change the seating position and the position of the pedals and steering wheel to be just how you want it. So those are all great things about this unit. For me, really the only flaw, and it is unfortunately a major flaw, is as it relates again to the Fanatec DD1 wheelbase. Being mounted to the bottom of the wheelbase, just unable to really handle it. No matter how much I tighten the bolts, there is travel of the wheelbase when I'm driving, and it does get annoying, especially during longer races. I don't think there's a real easy workaround. Really, you'd have to have a unit that allowed for side mounting, so basically attaching to both sides of the wheelbase. I actually am in talks with one of RSeat's competitors to review their unit, which does allow for side mounting, so we'll have to see if that's actually a more secure, stable unit or sim rig. So again, I hope you like this review. I hope it's helpful in your purchasing decision. If you have any questions, definitely hit me up in the comments section. I hope you stay safe during this global pandemic, and most importantly, stay at home, listen to your local authorities, and happy racing.